I didn't expect the first video to touch so many of you. You asked how I ended up here, how a man who had it all could feel so empty. Today, I'm answering those questions, and it is sad that I'm speaking to you from a hospital bed, and the truth is even harder to swallow than before. After the overwhelming reaction to my last confession, I realized I needed to tell the rest of the story. Many of you asked about my career, my discipline, and how I planned for the future. I did everything by the book. I prepared for a retirement that was supposed to be a reward, but I learned the hard way that you can't negotiate with time. I've been lying here, listening to the beeps of these monitors and reading what you all had to say about my last video. I saw your comments, thousands of you, telling me you're in the middle of the grind right now. You asked how I ended up here. You wanted to know the plan I followed that led to a big house and a mahogany desk, but an empty heart. You wanted me to explain how I lived. Well, I'm recording this today to answer you, but the view has changed. I'm not in my study anymore. I'm 74 years old today, and I'm speaking to you from a place where plans go to die. You wanted to know the truth? Here is the cost of every just 5 more minutes I ever took. I finally made it to 74. I have the gold watch. I have the pension that could fund a small city. I have that mahogany plaque from the office gathering dust in a box somewhere. I spent 40 years staring at a calendar, circling this very chapter of my life in red ink. Then, I used to tell myself, then I'll travel. Then I'll hike the trails. Then, finally, I'll learn how to be happy. But I'm not on a beach in somewhere in Africa. I'm in this room, trapped between these white walls, drowned by the rhythmic, mechanical hum of this ventilator. It's doing the work my lungs can no longer handle. I spent 40 years saving my life, only to realize too late that I was actually just wasting it. I keep thinking about the trips I didn't take. I can still see Martha in our old kitchen, showing me those brochures, vibrant blue water, ancient stone streets, mountains that looked like they touched the sky. I can see myself shaking my head, not even looking up from my briefcase. I'd pat my wallet, smug and responsible, and say, "Not yet, honey. We have to be smart. We'll do it when I retire. We'll have all the time in the world then." Well, I have the time now. But I have stage 4 lung cancer that has crawled into my bones. I have congestive heart failure that makes every breath feel like I'm inhaling wet sand. I have chronic kidney disease that keeps me tethered to a dialysis machine 3 days a week. I have the time, but I don't have the knees. I don't have the breath. And the doctor, he made it very clear this morning. I don't have the years. I treated my joy like a fixed deposit account. I thought it would gather interest if I just left it alone. I thought that by skipping the sun today, the sun would shine twice as bright when I finally crossed the finish line. But joy doesn't work that way. Joy doesn't gather interest. It's a perishable good. It rots if you don't use it. I worked 70-hour weeks. I was the reliable one. I took every extra shift, every holiday bonus, every late-night conference call. I watched my bank balance climb like a mountain, while my health quietly slipped out the back door in the middle of the night. I traded my 30s, my 40s, and my 50s, the years when my heart was strong and my body was capable, for a pile of paper. And now I'm rich. I'm the wealthiest man in the oncology ward. What a grand achievement. I look at the bucket list Martha left on my nightstand. It feels like a cruel, mocking joke now. I wanted to see the northern lights. Now, the only light I see is that flickering, soulless, fluorescent bulb in the hallway. I wanted to sail the Mediterranean. Now, I'm just trying to muster the strength to navigate the 6-foot walk to the bathroom. The golden years, they were a lie. A beautiful, poisonous lie I told myself so I'd keep my head down and my mouth shut. I sacrificed the now for a later that was never promised to me. I thought I was being smart. I thought I was being disciplined. But the most reckless, idiotic thing I ever did was assume I had forever. I gambled my only life on the hope that I'd still be the same man at 74 that I was at 30. I'm not. That man is gone. He died in a cubicle. He died in the 5 more minutes of overtime I took every single night for decades. I have all the money in the world to pay for the best treatment. I can buy the private room with the view. I can buy the world-renowned specialists. But all the gold in the world can't buy back a single Tuesday from 1995. I can't buy the strength to climb the stairs, let alone a mountain. If I could reach back through time, back to that man sitting at his desk, staring at the clock, waiting for 5 p.m. just to work until 9, I wouldn't tell him to work harder. I'd scream at him. I'd grab him by the shoulders and shake him. I'd tell him to get in the car, to grab his wife, to drive until the city lights disappear and the stars take over. I'd tell him that the golden years are right now, while his heart is beating and his breath is easy. But I can't go back. I'm here at the finish line, and the prize for all that waiting is a view of a gray parking lot from a sterile hospital window. I saved everything for the end, and now the end is here. I look at the clock on the wall. It's the only thing that moves in here. And I think about you. You in your 30s. You in your 40s. You're where I was. You're sitting in your car before work. Or maybe you're checking your phone at the dinner table while your kids are talking to you. You feel that itch, that drive to do more, to be more, to earn more. You tell yourself you're doing it for them. You tell yourself you'll rest someday. If I could trade this hospital bed and every cent I own just to stand where you're standing for 1 hour, I'll tell you exactly what I'd do. I'd stop being reliable for a company that will replace my desk before my obituary is even printed. I'd stop being a hero to my boss and start being a hero to my wife. I'd take the improper vacations, the ones I couldn't afford. I'd take the sick days when I wasn't even sick, just to go to the park and watch the way the sun hits the trees. I'd buy the cheap tickets to the bad play just because my daughter was in it. I'd stop securing the future and start inhabiting the present, because your 30s and 40s aren't the climb, they are the peak. You think you're building a base for a better life later, but you're actually spending the only currency that matters, your health and your presence. If I were you, I'd stop worshiping at the altar of next year. I'd treat every Tuesday like it was the most expensive thing I owned, because, as it turns out, it is. Go home. Turn off the phone. Look at your wife until you actually see her. Hug your children until they're the ones who let go first. Don't wait for the perfect time to be happy, because I'm looking at the end of the road from here, and I promise you, there is no perfect time. There is only right now, and right now is slipping through your fingers while you're busy checking your bank balance. Don't save your life for the end, because by the time you get here, there's nothing left to spend.